Well, the Mandarin Art Festival has been an Easter weekend tradition since 1968. And while the event has grown up, it retains its small town character and, of course, its signature oak trees defining the community. Join me to tell us about it is the event's chairperson, Susie Scott. Good morning, Susie.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you. We're also joined by featured artist Christine Boris. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, Susie, first of all, you were just saying to me that this is the longest running art festival in the area.
Longest running in Northeast Florida, yes, founded in 1968 and keeps growing steadily year after year.
It's extraordinary, and it is a success because I mean, in part because it keeps growing. Every year, there is always something new to check out, new artists, new offerings, new pavilions of
Exactly.
stuff.
This
What
year we have over 50 new artists, amazing range of talent from all of them. So we're excited to bring them to Jacksonville and bring them to the Mandarin Art Festival as new exhibitors.
this is a juried festival. This is not something that just kind of it takes all comers.
It takes the comers that are juried in and qualified. There's very high standards, obviously, in order to maintain a show of this quality. But there's 6 categories, and all of them make the criteria to participate, and we welcome them to be a part of this show and help us grow and help us show our excellence. We are one of the few remaining juried fine art and fine craft shows. Uh, Most festivals are kind of morphing into something a little different with food and with music, but we're kind of true to our particular origin, which is fine art and fine craft.
Right, and so this is a festival, and it has the atmosphere of more perhaps casual event, but you can get some really extraordinary pieces of artwork.
Exactly. The artists are exhibiting in about 130 booths this year, and they will be coming from all over the country and locally. Many of them are award winning artists. We have one that we're very excited about this year who does museum quality work, in fact, does museum restoration work. And to have someone like that and apply and be accepted in our show is really a coup for us. We're excited to welcome him.
Of course, one of the artists is Christine Boris, who is here with us, and she does some extraordinary pieces out of wire and other materials, making trees that look kind of like bonsai trees. Um,
Yes.
we have some that we can show, but Christine, while we're taking a look at them for the people who are able to join us on video, tell us a little bit about how you started in this line of work and how these are created because they're very intricate.
Thank you. Well, people always ask me, "What made you start doing this, or how'd you start?" Actually, it was insomnia, and but really, I've always had a love for nature. My brother and I used to be climbing trees, making forts and trees our whole life. It was just spending time out in nature, and nature is nourishing in itself. Just to be around trees, to be anything live, and so I've always been very crafty with my hands. I've never really worked with wire till about 5 years ago. And one night I just decided to start twisting wire. I said, I think I'll make a tree. And it turned out terrible, of course. But it got me interested in pursuing. So I looked on the internet and there were people making wire trees. So I started picking up little techniques, doing my own thing, a lot of trial and error. And so I used 20 gauge colored aluminum wire. I found a wire I really like. And then each tree is different. And I try to specialize. I like making like custom work now because I've developed not only from all wire trees, but now I use multimedia where I use wire and clay and real tree pieces like pentas and zecum to make a tree that looks very realistic. And I like making trees that are almost famous trees. We have a treaty oak. Um,
That's right. One of the ones that we're looking at just a moment ago there is this replica treaty oak. And it is, I mean, of course, if people haven't been to the treaty oak downtown, it is a beautiful tree to see. But this is a miniature version of it. And it's very accurate and very, you know, I guess it must take an extraordinary amount of time to do.
Those trees take a long time because they start off with wire and clay and to build the armature, which is the base, and then that has to dry and more layers and then painting and yeah, that particular tree oak took about 2 months to make, just in between drying time and all the different applications that I had to do.
Is it a sort of a meditative skill like we think of bonsai tree, you know,
Oh, absolutely.
maintenance?
Absolutely, because it is kind of mindless when you're working with, well, especially the all wire trees are definitely mindless. But with that, you have to have a vision, but they all take on a mind of their own. When I'm making them, sometimes I go, that wasn't supposed to be there, but it's going to be there now. It's like a real tree. When you cut a branch, it takes on its own shape And that's actually what happens when I make there's no two alike because of that. And I might start off wanting to make a red tree with a brown bark, and it ends up being a purple tree with white bark. It just how the shape is, it's just they're again, they take on their own personality,
An
which is
enormous
awesome.
variety, and it's
Yes.
cool, Susie, because obviously Mandarin's known for its trees, its oak trees in particular, but that is a signature. This event is annual benefit to the Mandarin Community Club. Can you just briefly tell us why how it helps sustain the club?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The Mandarin Community Club was founded in 1923, but the building is one of the most historic in all of Jacksonville, founded by Harriet Beecher Stowe, the famed author. And the community club serves Mandarin and has since 1923. And this is our primary fundraiser. It's a great Mandarin tradition, grows every year. We'll have 6,000 to 10,000 people over Easter weekend.
Wow. Well, it is the Mandarin Arts Festival. It's April 19th and 20th. It's 10 to 5 on the Saturday and 10 to 4 on the Sunday. Thank you both so much for being here. Susie
Thank you.
Scott, Christine Boris, appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you
Welcome.
for
Please
having us.
come.